everyone. Hi, Simply Scrap Happy community. I have a bittersweet day of being one of the last days very close to my heart. It is April 28th, which means I have 2 days left of being a close to my heart maker. After 16, actually 17 years, just a couple days ago. So, but what a happy day that we are now getting to have an unboxing. So I wanted to invite you into my unboxing space. This is my room where I always do my unboxings because it's just fun to sit on my bed and invite you into the slumber party here. And so I have a box, and it is my starter kit from Stampin' Up. All right, so this is the box that came. It's pretty heavy and large, as you can see. And we're gonna open this up together. I waited a few days so I could share this moment with all of you because you're the reason I'm here. So here we go. So here's my big box, and I am looking in, and the first thing I see are these lovely squares of bubble. I have 4 squares of bubble. Okay. Oh, this is fun. Guys, look, you gotta get an idea of what's in here. Look at all the color and the fun. So the first thing my eyes went to is right on top here. This is getting fun. Okay, right on top here are the Tinsel Gems. Let's have a look at these Tinsel Gems 3-pack. So they come in a nice little cellophane, and there's your colors. You can see they're tinsel gems. I think maybe called that because there's a little tinsel inside of them. Look at how pretty. Now, one thing I noticed, these are adhesive. It doesn't seem to tell me what color these are, so we'll have to just stick them on where they match. I'll figure it out. Okay, so there's that first product. All right, what are we gonna find next in my box? The next thing I see is a beautiful set, and this takes me back so many years. This is really a great reminder. So these are the Stampin' Up markers, neutrals, okay? So a lot of consultants, demonstrators, I guess we're called now, a lot of demonstrators coming over from close to my heart focused on what Stampin' Up calls the in colors. And I'm not trying to replace all my ink right now because obviously I have a huge investment. And I know a lot of you do too. So my goal in choosing my starter kit was to choose things and then show you how to incorporate that with the things you've already purchased and already love and are in great condition. Because obviously as our things wear out, we'll purchase new. But why not keep it for the fun of the products we don't have? So that's what I'm trying to do. So I chose the neutrals, and I'm gonna go ahead and set that over on the close-up camera so you can see these markers up close. We'll look at them together. Okay, I'm excited about these. When I first started scrapbooking back in the day with Lisette, Hackathorn, and the girls at PCF, we used to go to Scrapbook City, and at the all-day crop, I won a set of markers, and they were so much like this, I kind of couldn't resist these. So Stampin' Right, again, these are in the color collection, so this is the neutrals. All right, and I would love a list of the colors on here, but I think I might need to go to the catalog for that. It looks like, oh, maybe they're on the marker. So let's pull this out and see what we have going on here. Just looks like they're just in there loose, and we pull them out. Here they are, and it looks like, okay, we have a brush end for coloring stamped images, right? That would give you a free-flowing calligraphy type of look, or what I would think they mostly would be used for is coloring in stamps. And then we have this 0.5 millimeter end. So let's take a look. So here is the writing tip. Stamp and write, like Stampin' Up. Okay, so there's a beautiful tip for writing, journaling, detail work, and then on the other end we have a brush. There you go. So this is going to be lots of fun to try this, and the names are right on here. Crumb cake. All right, so the neutrals will be crumb cake, mossy meadow, smoky slate, basic gray. That's beautiful, isn't it? Misty moonlight, pecan pie. Okay, put in the comments, pecan or pecan. I say both. I've lived too many places, so it depends on the mood. I say pecan and pecan. Blackberry bliss. Now, anyone who knows me well knows that I am a fool for berry colors, so this is probably going to be very well used. I like it with the moonlight, and I like it with the basic gray. Look at that. It's a beautiful color combination. This green in there would be beautiful too. Look at that. Oh, and then with the green, I would maybe go with the brown. Okay, so we'll have fun with these. What is this? Gray granite. Now, this is a really light gray, almost like our linen looking. Interesting. So this one was smoky slate, and then this is a warmer type gray granite. Oh, that'll be interesting to play with these and do color swatches. And early espresso. Look at that. That's a beautiful color. Night of Navy is the final color in this neutrals. So here are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of our Stampin' Right markers. So these are sets of 10. So I am assuming then that each color family is 10. This is a pretty nice box for temporary at least. I wouldn't keep them in here long term myself because I want to be able to pull them out in and out easier, but that's a nice storage thing for now. And definitely nice tips, and of course good quality. I've seen people really happy with these. So there are the Stampin' Right markers up close. Okay, the next thing I'm finding, all right, this is interesting. It's just in a plastic, but it looks a lot like our old envelopes. Interesting. Okay, Stampin' Cut and Emboss dies. All right, so these are a set of dies, and it's my first time opening up Stampin' Up dies. So here we have the little cellophane pouch, but inside this looks a lot like very different feel, but it looks a lot like one of our old Stampin' envelopes from close to my heart. So I see nothing so far, just a plain outside. Oh, this is really thick. Okay, it's a different material, but it's nice. And then it's like a tri-fold of paper. Oh, it's a bifold of paper. And then here they are. They're stuck to a sheet. So there are the dies, and I'm gonna set those over so we can look at it on the overhead cam. So the dies from Stampin' Up are called Stampin' Cuts, I think. But this one is Cut and Emboss, and so that's kind of a new thing for me. We're going to look at those and play with those another day, but you can see that came in an envelope that's like a sheer, really nice container. I really like what they're giving us here. Stampin' Cut and Emboss Thoughtful Wishes. Okay, so then they're inside of here, and there's a paper that has a little sticky strip so it can hold the dies on. So you just peel them off here when you want to use them. Just lift them off the sticky strips. I don't know if you can see that there, but that's really, really sticky. And you can just set them back on. Now, some people go ahead and put these in their matching stamp set case with a magnetic sheet. So that's a fun tip I'm looking into. But for now, this is how they came, and I'm actually quite pleased with it. Some people didn't like it, but I think this is quite a nice setup, actually. I like how they're not just flying around in there. Okay, so the cut and emboss are supposed to be really fun and beautiful. I know I've seen a little artwork, and I will try to make some up and show you that this is not just going to cut the shape. It's also got these lesser, not quite as deep, and it's going to emboss. I'm just thrilled with these. I can't wait. Ivies, and I've not had a die set of leaves and greenery foliage like this. So this is Thoughtful Wishes dies. And here is the matching stamp set to those dies, and surprise, surprise, back to the old red rubber. Now, this is the original stamp that I used when I did my first ever stamping workshop with my sister. I was trying to not get into stamping because I was like, I have a scrapbooker and I have all these supplies already, and how can I incorporate this whole other hobby? I don't need to do that. I don't need to be a card maker. So actually my first experience was with Stampin' Up. And of course I loved it. They have always been of excellent quality and great artsmanship. Artistry. Artsmanship is like a new word we maybe just made up. So Thoughtful Wishes is the stamp set that I chose, and I went with the cling because of course back in the day we had to take these and adhere them to wooden blocks, but now they do go on our clear blocks. They cling. So we're going to learn all about that. I'll probably do that in a separate video, but there's the Thoughtful Wishes, to which those dies also coordinated. So here is the matching Thoughtful Wishes stamp set, which goes with the cut and emboss. All right, so these dies are a nice bundle also. So if you get them both, you get a bundle pricing, where you get a little discount. And here we go. Here's the big news. These are the red rubbers. Down here it tells us 1 set of 10. Okay, and then here it tells you this is a cling stamp set. Now we're learning not every set is available in both the polymer and the red rubber cling, but of course I have endless wonderful polymer stamps, so I thought I would get these and check them out. I've not used the cling form before. I've used Stampin' Up, I think I mentioned that, for years. I mean, beautiful quality, obviously. But here is how they come. So when you open these, you've got a thing here with a sticker sheet that goes on the back here if you want to. Okay, if you want to, you would peel this off, and there's the background. See, that's a cling surface that's going to cling to our clear block. Okay, and if you want to see what's on there, you can add this sticker. But I heard that some people, when they put the sticker on, which helps you to line up your stamp better, that it doesn't cling as well. So I've had people say there's no problem with that. I've had people say there is a problem with that. Probably they're not getting the grease off their fingers is my guess. But I will experiment more with this, but I just wanted you to see how they come. You certainly can punch each one out just like this. Now, if you are an oldie but a goodie, if you want to tell me in the comments if you remember having to cut these. So when I very first started stamping through Stampin' Up, long before I was a consultant of any kind, we would get them in a sheet like this, and we had to buy special scissors, and we had to cut our own and mount them on our blocks ourselves. That was just to keep the price down. And yeah, so this is really interesting. So I'm going to be finding a way to store these. Right now they would just be flying around, or I guess I could pop them back in here, right? If I left this in the case. And here's some instructions, some detailed instructions on how to work with these. So there you go. They come in little cases like a DVD. And, for these thicker stamps, that kind of makes good sense. So there you go. Thoughtful Wishes. This is the stamp that matches the die. And there's some beautiful sentiments. Exciting. It's going to be fun. Next thing I see is a paper pumpkin. Okay, so Paper Pumpkin is the name of the monthly subscription. I'm going to have to learn how it works. I do not know much about it. We're going to find out lots more. But here it comes. It's in cellophane, and it's in this cute box. I have seen one before. So the Paper Pumpkin is all-inclusive. So we have a stamp set in here. We have a little ink, a little Stampin' Spot, I think they're called. Yep, a Stampin' Spot Pebbled Path. Okay, and then you have your instructions, and then all wrapped in the tissue here is the rest of the set, but I'm not going to put that in here. I'm going to put that over on the close-up cam so that you can see what it's like to get a Paper Pumpkin subscription. The Paper Pumpkin. Now, Paper Pumpkin is Stampin' Up's subscription, where you can get one each month, and it's pretty much all inclusive. Everything's in the box. So let's open one up. All right, so in the front it shows you how to subscribe. Easy 1, 2, 3 steps. Then inside we've got, this is really, really beautiful. A nice little surprise. Okay, so we have one of the Stampin' Spots. This is Pebbled Path. Okay, that's a beautiful beigey gray, like a soft gray. All right, we've got our stamp pad, and then we've got a set of the polymer, which is what we're used to at Close to My Heart. 1,000 good luck wishes, wishing you all the best. And there's your little flowers. Okay, so that looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's about an A size, I would say, from our old Close to My Heart days. And it does come on a cling sheet, not with foam or a package. So I'll have to figure out how I want to store this in my stamps. It's a little different, but they do cling. And removing one here, I'd say they feel a little bit softer than ours, but very nice quality. And the carrier sheet is very similar to what we're used to, maybe even a little prettier. I like the soft gray on there on the print instead of a harsh black. So there's our little stamp set we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stamps. Beautiful. And then, oh my goodness, this is really pretty. Okay, so now we have our card kit. And I'm going to go ahead and slice this so that I can show you what's in it. Okay. Oh, flipping it over, we have the finished results of what this will make. And so you can see it looks like it makes 9 cards, and there is matching envelopes, which is just so pretty. Look at that. These will be quick cards. There looks to be an adhesive in here, so let's see, even some gems. So I think these will look quite nice. They will look quite handmade, even though they are a kit that I can make up really quickly. So that's a lot of fun. Okay, here's the instruction sheet. It shows you everything that's included, all the pieces. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then the play-by-play here is inside. So it shows you how to mount it. Oh, it shows the 3 different cards, what goes with what. Okay, so that shows us how to put them together, looks like. And then this part is like a step-by-step inside here. It shows you how to mount them. Tells you what to stamp on each one. Wow, this is fun. I'd say this is a lot of fun. This looks like an adhesive that came with it, like a tape. And each paper pumpkin is different, but this just gives you an idea. This is not a foam tape to what I can tell. I could be wrong, but it's just got a little, yeah, it's just a tape. It's just a nice adhesive tape so that if you had a customer that was buying this, they wouldn't have to have any of their own things. So if you had a friend, you know, maybe that wasn't really into crafting that much, or if you want something easy for you that's all in one, grab and go. All right, so here we have these beautiful little gems. I don't know if you can see, but they're faceted. And then on the back we have an adhesive, extra adhesive, and we have these foam hexagons that came to raise up some of those images. And here's the beautiful envelopes. I'd say that's beautiful quality, really, really nice paper. Super smooth and expensive looking. Very nice. Very, very nice. Each one gets that envelope, but then the insides are different. So we have, oh wow, lots of stuff. Okay, I'm finding lots of surprises in here. So here are 3 of these cards, and you can see they're scored and ready to go. Nice, not super thick cardstock, but that's plenty thick. It's got some metallic on here. Now this is a previous month's subscription. From what I can tell, they throw in our consultant, our brand new demonstrator kits, I should say, a previous one. So this is with my startup kit, but it gives you an idea of what happens with Paper Pumpkin month to month. So there's these punch out, and then it looks like we stamped the, oh yeah, those come out really nice. These come out very nicely. Look at that, beautiful. No little edges, that's really nice. Metallic gold on the edges, and that is ready to adhere to a card. Okay, if you put that little those little hexagons of foam tape, it will raise it up, and there's a little more to this. There's still gems and some cutouts, but I'm showing you kind of how we go here. So then here's the next one. This looks awesome, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so there's, looks like 3 of those, and then the next one, this has punch outs in 2 different shapes. There's like a banner and a circle. Okay, and then the next one is this one. Oh, I love that. Oh my goodness, this makes me think of my mom. Look at how gentle and pretty that is, and simple. Oh, that's just beautiful. And these are, I wonder if they go on a full front. We'll have to look at this, but this is just a beautiful, no, I don't think it takes over this whole front. I'll have to look at how they want us to use this, because that's just beautiful, but I'm not sure if we fussy cut it or what we do, so we'll have to look at the design. And then there is this. Okay, and so this looks like if you want to give these cards to someone, oh, that's what they're suggesting. Okay, so if I wanted to make these up and I wanted to give them as a gift, I would wrap this around the cards when they're all done. So this would be a beautiful gift for somebody that they could then send to their friends. And I'm loving that idea. What a nice little shower gift or birthday gift for a friend. It has this wrapper on it, which would go around the cards. And then it looks like there's more die cuts and embellishments here. These are all die cut out. Beautiful. And then here's the case, so you can see if we were giving this as a gift, it's all ready to go. Okay, that would make a beautiful gift for somebody, where it has the box. You can see this folds into a box, so it would look very professionally done if you put this on the outside of your cards. So that's our Paper Pumpkin. There's something, a different surprise every month. This one was from December 23. And I'm very pleased with the quality of that. I think anyone could enjoy that and think that it's beautifully put together, beautifully made. The die cuts pop out beautifully. Everything is pretty with metallic, and then we have our little gems. I'm impressed. That's a beautiful little kit. So check out Paper Pumpkin. That'll be a fun thing that you can have come to your door and know that it's all ready to go with no fuss. So yeah, I'm pleased with the Paper Pumpkin. Next, I see this, which this must be part of my demonstrator kit. So our statement of the heart: to love what we do and share what we love as we help others enjoy creativity and worthwhile accomplishments. In this, we make a difference. And then I have 2 more things in my box. I'm reaching the end. And so one of these is the one I was looking most forward to, which is Country Woods. So this is our Country Woods paper. DSPs, our designer series paper, which just means it's like a paper suite that matches. Yeah, so you can see this cellophane will not be reusable. That is just a little protection. And now I have my paper, and I'll have to figure out where to put it, how to store it. I did store mine in our zip top bags, and I have plenty of them, and I know you can buy them other places. So it's not a hard fix. It's just that it's not included in your kit. So, okay, on the back, there is like a thicker paper, which keeps these safe. And it's, wow, these cardstocks look beautiful. They look, well, not quite cardstock weight, but beautiful quality. You can feel how smooth the texture is. It's lovely. And second thing I just noticed was there's no strip to cut off. So I love our zip strips. they gave us borders, but what I loved most about them is that we could tell what colors. So I just grab any paper from the packet, I could look closely and see what the kit was called and what stamp colors were included. And that's not going to be the case with these. So I was looking on the cellophane and there's nothing there either, but on this there is a thing, but I don't think it gives you, oh, it does. It does give the colors. Okay, so this is important for me to keep together and to keep the paper safe, but also it does list the colors. So on the back, it lists them out, and I'm going to show you that under the overhead cam. So if you want to stamp and match this collection, you'll know to look on the back on this card that they give you. And basic beige, basic gray, crumb cake, early espresso, gray granite, misty moonlight, pecan pie, petal pink, pool party, smoky slate, and wild wheat. So you'll see that most of those fall within the neutrals that I had chosen, so that's great. And let's peek through. So on the bottom here we have a beautiful wood green that has even some real pale like maple or yellow in it. We have this one is the opposite side. So this paper series is really like weathered. I would call this a weathered wood grain. And then you have that almost really similar, but in the warm chocolatey tones there. Uh-oh, what's my new color? Let me learn that. My color was called, put it in the comments if you read it before me, I'm slow. Early espresso, I want to say, is the tone in here. And then here's the other side. A beautiful white weathered look. Doesn't that make you think of fishing boats or a dock by the water? And then this one almost has pink in it. This is a beautiful crackled, looks like an old shed that was painted down by the docks. And then, oops, I skipped one. Then we have this one. And again, these are I flipped them ahead of time so you could see the opposite side. Okay, so this is the front and back each time. And this is the back. Beautiful. Now that one's not weathered. That just looks like a beautiful hardwood floor. And then we have the other side of that is this one, which is very weathered. Really pretty turquoise. And this beautiful white slate. That's gorgeous. That's got the slate color in it, or am I saying the wrong one? I will learn mine, I promise. I will get it's got a little bit of basic gray in there. And then let's say this color in this one, but it's got the kind of weathered looking, so it's hard to tell. And then we have a beautiful dark charcoal wood green. And then this fun stripe is next. All the colors. I have some area in the studio that looks like that. If you've been to coffee crafting with me over at Grace, we have a wall that's multicolored like that. And then we have this beautiful blue. I'm going to show you, try to get close up as I can. You can see how the detail is just beautiful. They are cardstock weight, very similar to our papers that we had. No zip strips. That's the difference, right? But we don't have to cut them off, so that's kind of nice. It's ready to go. And so there you have it. So the Country Woods, I believe I've got the right name, and then they pair beautiful with the neutrals, and that pairs beautifully with the set of markers you can get to match. So I hope that all of this is a little helpful to you, and let's get back to finishing our kit. Thank you. All right, so last pull is the neutral cardstocks. Italy paper. Very cool. This is kind of hard to do, but I'm trying to find a place to get my knife in here on the corner. These are kind of shrink wrapped and a little interesting to get into. So maybe if you guys know a trick for getting these off. The first one wasn't a problem because I had a little excess, but this one was actually really hard to find a place for my knife. So interesting. And no paper colors listed on the back of this. Okay, just neutrals, but I guess because the colors are grouped, you can look at any catalog or any listing online and find what is included in neutrals. Okay, this is something I'm actually really excited about. So When I joined Close to My Heart, one of my favorite things was that we had color families. And I don't know, put it in the comments if you remember this, okay? If you were with me from the beginning, or if you say, I had no idea about that, never heard about that. They were 6 and 6, so there was 12 colors in each season. So those little bundles, you could buy the ink pads for a discount. You could grab a cardstock like bulk pack. And guess what? Stampin' Up! Still does that, or does that now. And I love it. I love being able to bundle things together. And so the markers you saw were the neutrals, and then this paper will be the neutrals. Okay, so they're big colors. There's in colors that stay around for 2 years. There's fun things happening, but in the basics, I think there's 4 different color families. And so I'm going to learn about this right along with you and get informed. But for now, I'll just take off the cellophane and I will be able to show you the colors under the close-up camera. Okay, so next up is the cardstock. This is the matching cardstock family here, color family of neutrals. And you'll see with Stampin' Up, they give you a lot of fun colors with their neutrals. They're almost like natural colors or outdoorsy colors is what I would call them, but this is the neutrals collection. And so I'm going to try to read off the names of these beautiful colors so we can start getting used to those for those of us who are new to Stampin' Up. Okay, so the first color here, again, this is solid color. Same on the front and back, and they are looking into our two-tone white core because I know we like that for different reasons, edge distressing and all of that. So they're looking into possibly carrying that. But for right now, this is our beautiful cardstocks from Stampin' Up. And so we get to enjoy a little different thing for a while and see if they carry the other. All right, color number 1 is Blackberry Bliss, and I'm just gonna love that. I can tell I'm a crazy girl for berries. This darker blue is called Night of Navy. Okay, let's see if I can get those across so you can see them. Let's try to lay them all out here. There we go, Night of Navy. Then we have a deep cocoa kind of color. That was the word I was looking for earlier. It was cocoa, but it's kind of between chocolate and cocoa. It's real pretty. It's just called Early Espresso. You can see already how these color families are going to make easy creating because they all match so beautifully. Next is I believe the basic gray. Now this is a lot like our pewter, but a little warmer. When we had pewter, it was very similar, but that was a cooler color. Okay, basic gray. And then we have Mossy Meadow. After Mossy Meadow, Misty Moonlight. Then Pecan Pie. If you didn't tell me earlier, put it in the comments. Is it pecan? Like C-A-H-N or C-O-N? Or is it pecan? What do you think? I'm just curious where these things come from. Who decides? Who knows who decides? Okay, Gray Granite is the next one, and you'll see that's quite a fair bit lighter than the basic gray. And then one step in the cooler tone, really about the same depth, their tonal depth, but it's a cooler. This is a warmer and this is a cooler. This one is called Smoky Slate. And then the last color in the neutrals family looks like Crumb Cake. And that does look like a delicious cake, doesn't it? So here's your neutrals. They pair beautifully with the Stampin' Right markers that I got, so I'll be able to play with that. And exciting, they also pair beautifully with this new collection. So these are designer series papers. Stampin' Up! Does not use the same terminology, of course, they're their own company, so we're learning DSPs, you'll hear us say, and that means designer series papers. Okay, so it's a series. You can see how some of these tones already match beautifully with the neutrals, okay? And they should pair also nicely with Thoughtful Wishes, okay? The dies and the stamps. All right, so let's reveal. There's a Country Woods collection, and there's Country Woods paper and Country Lace paper that goes with it. You'll find that in the new catalog. Heads up for all my former VIPs, if you would like a catalog, you get first dibs, and so I have the Stampin' Up catalog, which goes live in 2 days. By the time I air this, it'll probably be live. This is the beautiful catalog. It's got a gorgeous thick cover with some beautiful embossing on it, really pretty. A little look at what we have here, but just beautiful, fun things. And in here, there's a paper, I believe it's called, not a suite. I think it is called a suite. I'll have to get my terminology going for Stampin' Up. You can put it in the comments if you already know. But there are bundles within the collections. So thank you so much. I've reached the end of my box. I am looking forward to learning more about this great company. And the most important thing is creating and helping you all to have a way to create. So I want to give a huge shout out to all of my Simply Scrap Happy customers that have been with me for so long. I don't like to call you customers because you're my friends, and that's what makes this so wonderful, and that you've been supportive and loyal to me and really understand that it really keeps me afloat. It enables me to keep going when you shop through me. So I just want to say another thank you. You guys are truly the best. I love working with you. It's so much fun, and here's to the next step of our journey together. Thank you. Bye.